Hey guys, how you all doing today? And today we're watching Hannibal Season 2, Episode 9, Shizankana. Shizakana. Close enough. But in the last episode, one of my favourite scenes of the series so far, when we had Will in the therapy session room with Hannibal, and he's basically just saying to Hannibal, "Don't lie to me, just be honest." And Hannibal did not deny or admit to anything, and he was basically playing a game with Will, and Will is playing that game too. And there was also another great scene in the car with that music as well. And it's basically the theme is that Will, he relates to this other guy who's been manipulated by the social worker. A guy who's a bit more vulnerable, a lot more vulnerable than Will is. Will is a guy you can't really manipulate, to be honest, unless you're Hannibal Lecter. But this guy he got kicked in the head by a horse. He's not efficient enough to look after himself, to be honest with you. And this social worker, this manipulative social worker who gives me like Patrick Bateman vibes with his smile and how like polite, like how he has like this facade, And when he's getting interviewed by Alana, and then he just switches just like that into this manipulative asshole, and he's killed like 16 women and he's put them inside in these horses, and it's just disgusting. And that scene when he comes out the horse, nasty, nasty, my friends, nasty. And Will could relate to this guy who's been manipulated, and in a way he saw the social worker as Hannibal, and that's why he was so adamant to kill, pardon me, so adamant to kill the social worker. And Hannibal even says to him, because he was right there next to him as he was doing it, killing him won't give you the satisfaction of killing me. And Will does not kill him, and Hannibal is enthralled with Will. He loves Will. He can tell he's so um, not upset. Well, you could argue maybe he's obsessed, but he's so enamored with Will and how he is and how he ticks, and it's getting to a point where Hannibal wants Will to get to a point where he is this kind of the same mindset as Hannibal, because Hannibal knows that Will can have that tendency to kill. He does. That's what made him unstable when he was trying to be an FBI agent. That was his reason. He was too unstable. He had that killer instinct, and he has that ability, obviously, to look at other people's motives and understand these killers, and that's what makes him the perfect opponent and, in a way, duo with for Hannibal. So the last episode was great in that regard. A lot of interesting scenes between those two, and like I said before, the dynamic between those two, it just lifts off the screen, and it's definitely the reason why this show is brilliant. And yeah, that is the most significant part. And we had this woman who's now another patient of Hannibal, and I found it funny that Hannibal said, if you want someone to die, do it and make sure you don't get caught, or have someone do it for you. I saw that as a hint of him gonna do it. He's gonna kill her brother later on. Like Hannibal turns into a hitman. Shaves his head, has a barcode on the back of his head. Hey, you never know. You never know of this show. This show is known for being unpredictable. But if you don't watch the full length reactions to this episode, you can on my Patreon, where I have full length reactions with footage, with reference footage to all these episodes and to movies that I watch on Patreon. And if you want to vote who I do next, you can on my Patreon too. But yes, without further ado, let's fucking do this, boys and girls. 3, 2, 1, go. Shizakana.
What's happening now
Black and white.
and about to happen is an answer.
Oh. Interesting way to kill him.
I promised you a reckoning.
You did.
Here it is.
I like that. Thing is, though, half of me was expecting Hannibal to be dreaming about that, That music again. We first heard that when we saw Beverly Katz's body.
That smells wonderful.
How many meals has he had
Order
with Hannibal?
omelette with the liver and sweetbreads.
Doubt. I let doubt in.
About me.
Will?
About Will.
Yeah.
He employs me now, not the FBI.
Let's hope your therapy works.
Like last
Therapy only
time.
works when we have a genuine desire to know ourselves as we are, not as we would like to be.
He's gonna be so pissed off when he finds out he's been eating all these meals with him. He's a fucking cannibal. Is it a werewolf? Hannibal has crossed over with the Wolfman. God.
Mistake was allowing you to stop me.
Yeah.
So it's not pulling the trigger that you regret. I want you to close your eyes.
No.
Imagine a version of events you wouldn't have regretted.
Does he shoot Hannibal this time?
I felt a quiet sense
Satisfaction.
of power.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Good.
Remember that feeling.
Not a normal therapist, as you
I
can
tend to
tell.
walk out of this building. I know of you.
I'm the guy who didn't kill all those people.
I love how sociable Will is. I just love it.
I met a patient of yours, Will Graham. Wonder what sort of painful but effective treatment you prescribed him.
What do you
It's
imagine?
funny. It's funny you say that.
You're very supportive of me killing my brother. And I appreciate that support, I really do. But I can only imagine what you'd be supportive of Will Graham doing. What
You're
kind
not
of
stupid.
psychiatrist are you?
You already had my reputation and bona fides verified. You know what kind of psychiatrist I am.
I'm beginning to.
Very unconventional psychiatrist. He ain't no Robin Williams from Good Will Hunting.
Bear wolf.
Beowulf.
Bears and wolves hunt together?
You can train a bear to be a wolf, or a wolf to be a bear. Train them long enough, and they will hunt together, feed together.
Right. The power of nurture. Ah. It wasn't no animal. What the fuck? Oh, you two idiots. Oh, no. Ah, so it's like a costume. Very unique villain for this episode, isn't it? That was beautifully directed. That sequence. That was shot perfectly. Ooh, that's a good shot. That's a badass shot. That's a badass shot.
It's a man who wants to be an animal. Personal about this.
Just felt
He
like it.
doesn't know them. He doesn't need to know them. They're just meat to him. Prey.
This kind of psychosis doesn't just slip through the system. Somewhere, someone would have noticed this.
He's an engineer. Or he understands engineering.
Yeah. To do that,
He
yeah.
knows how to build. He built his beast. He is a student of predators.
Come on, kill me, come on. Do it now, come on. Come on, do it now. Die. Die. I actually like this episode in terms of the villain, like the killer in this episode. It's
No beast
interesting.
is more savage. Can you imagine tearing someone apart? Or would you prefer to use a gun?
Guns lack intimacy.
You set an event in motion with a gun, you don't complete it. You fantasized about killing me with your hands. Wouldn't that be more satisfying than pulling a trigger?
Very intimate too.
Yes.
When you sent a man to kill me, were you imagining killing me yourself? Or were you simply hiding?
I wasn't hiding from anything the first time I tried to kill you.
You were hiding. Behind the gun.
So much tension,
You
isn't it?
must allow yourself to be. Years ago, I treated a patient who fits the profile. A teenage boy who suffered from what I would describe as an identity disorder.
This boy fancied himself a beast.
During our therapy, he reported a moments of clarity. He understood in that moment he was an animal born in the body of a man.
What are his needs, Dr. Lecter?
Savagery.
Right. Is that him?
I don't think I can stop.
I don't want you to. But they will find you, Randall. When they do, it's important you do exactly what I say.
Which is, of course, you cut the different scene. You son of a bitch.
It's cold. Do you have any whiskey?
Howdy whiskey. Interesting choice of drink.
What is
Not a
the
tea or coffee?
Verger meatpacking dynasty doing at my door?
Came for a character reference. Patient to patient. What do you
About
think of
the
Dr.
common
Lecter's
psychiatrist.
therapy?
It depends what you're in therapy for. I tried to murder Dr. Lecter.
Did he have it coming?
What do you think?
Can't say that I know. We have some very similar issues.
Indeed.
So I doubt that Dr. Lecter gave you the same advice on murder that he gave me.
What's that?
He said, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Wonder what Will's thinking about that.
Your psychiatrist came to visit me at the hospital before my trial.
Dr. Desmoyer.
She told me she believed me. She knew there
How
were
does Adam?
others like me.
Fascinating.
Did you kill her?
Is she coming back, Dimohi? Dr. Dimohi?
What do you...
I've only come to offer words of encouragement. You're becoming Randall. And this beast is your higher self.
That's Will's place. He just sent someone to kill Will as payback.
Hey!
Don't kill the fucking, don't you fucking dare kill the dog. Don't kill Buster, or I'll bust you up. My money's on Will. They're gonna kill Will. They're gonna kill Will. Well, Hannibal doesn't want Will to die. He's taking a big gamble here. Whoa. I'm nervous. Kind of scared right now, guys. Can you hold me? Ah. Will is a fucking savage.
I'd say this makes us even. I sent someone to kill you. You sent someone to kill me. Even Stephen.
Oh, saucy. Wow. That was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that episode. It's one of my favorite ones of the season. I like um this what's his fucking name again? I forgot his name already. I've got a bad memory. Please, um, there you go, Randall. I like this Randall storyline. You know that he has identity dysphoria. He went through a lot of problems as a kid. He didn't feel like he was the right identity, and you know, and he becomes this. He's not mentally as vulnerable as he was when he was young. He was always crying, like Hannibal said, but now he's become well this and. The sequences when he's killing these people are very, very creepy and gnarly. It reminded me of The Wolfman or American Werewolf in London, those kind of movies, you know. And I loved Hannibal. Oh, he took a big gamble there because, hey, if you sent Randall, yeah, it's Will, but he could have killed Will pretty gnarly, pretty badly. What if Will died then? He took a big risk, and Hannibal's want to kill Will. He's just want to play this game, and he's just testing Will. And I bet he saw Will as passing that test. Then when he killed Randall, he passed the test. And Will is the ultimate badass. He is the ultimate That's savagery times 1,000. He kills that guy, protects his dogs, shoots the living shit out of that fucking guy. And you know what? I'm proud of Will, even though, hey, he killed the guy, but guess what? He kicked some ass. But the question is, well, I guess, they did visit Randall at that museum. So maybe there is a connection they can make there, but I wonder what will Jack work out that, hey, Hannibal did work out that Hannibal is because Hannibal's connected to Randall and Randall is connected, to Hannibal. Hannibal's connected to Will. It's you know, but that was a badass sequence. We didn't see the confrontation occur. We just saw him break through the window, and then I guess Will dealt with business like a savage. You just gotta love Will. And he just says to him, "We're even, Stephen. Do that again." Ooh. Hannibal gotta be impressed by what Will just did. It feels like from what we've got for the past couple of episodes, Hannibal has kind of met his match with Will in a way, with certain aspects. And it's really fun to see. Their scenes together are fucking amazing to watch. It really is. So many different, like, you're constantly wondering what is Hannibal thinking, what is Will thinking when one says one thing to the other. It's so thought provoking and so engaging. And I felt like an idiot when I was watching this. In the last episode, this whole subplot of um I forgot her name. Is it Margaret? Something like that. I forgot her name. But she's part of the Verger family. Her brother's Verger, right? Her brother's Mason Verger, isn't it? It makes sense. The Verger family mentions the pigs, and we know what happens to Verger in Hannibal the movie. And Hannibal, has an interesting relationship with Verger, Mason Verger. So I'm kind of disappointed I didn't call up. I didn't realize last episode when she was first introduced, but now I've realized. So we're gonna see Mason Verger soon, eventually, because and I like how she went up to Will's place and questioned him about Hannibal as a therapist or as a psychiatrist rather, and and Will's Will, and how I don't know how I can word this, but Will is giving clues to her about what kind of psychiatrist Hannibal is and his killing instinct or tendency, and once again, that's an interesting plot thread to watch grow because now she's a patient and he knows that she's been conversing with him too. And yeah, it was kind of like the episode of Hannibal's patients. You had Randall, you had her, and you had him. Will, obviously, Will is, you know, and the other interesting caveat is um, her him knowing about Dr. D. Morey going to Will before the trial and saying, "I believe you." I wonder how that made Hannibal feel, and I do honestly believe we will see her again. It just makes sense. She hasn't died or anything, and she, she's the one who understands Hannibal the most. I believe. I think out of anyone, because she's been. Has she known him longer than anyone in this series? Even like someone like Jack or Lorna, you know. Speaking of, we didn't see any Alana. We didn't see any. Uh, fuck, what's it? I have a bad memory. Miriam Lass, and we didn't see any of them in this episode, which is interesting. A little bit of Jack, but yeah, episode 9, baby. We're very close to the finale of this season. I cannot fucking wait to see where this goes because we got 4 episodes left. This is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna watch episode 10 right after this. So anyway. I hope you guys enjoy my reaction. If you want full length reaction, if you don't watch the full length reaction to this episode, you can have my Patreon where you can watch full length reactions to all episodes of the show and movies that I watch on YouTube. And you can vote, see what I do next. So if you guys enjoyed it, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.